In a world that seems to get louder and louder every single day, what does it really mean to have a voice? And maybe more importantly, what is the voice of the future even going to sound like? We're going to dig into all of this, looking on it through the incredible work of vocal artist Reaps One. This is such a powerful place to start and probably more relatable than you'd think. This comes directly from Reaps One himself. He felt like a voice wasn't something you just had, but something that had to be given to you. It really grounds this whole idea in a very real, very human feeling, that fear of not being heard. And this just nails the paradox of the world we live in right now. He argues that the whole game has changed. Think about it. We're in an age where pretty much anyone can broadcast their thoughts, right? So the old fight just to have a voice, that's kind of over. The new challenge, the real challenge, is actually being heard. When we all talk at once, who's really listening? And that, right there, leads us straight to the heart of the problem he's pointing to, a crisis of connection. It's not that we don't have enough to say, it's a crisis of attention, of actually, truly listening to each other. And if you want to understand the sheer scale of this challenge, get this. Pretty soon, there are going to be 10 billion human voices on planet Earth. 10 billion. I mean, that's just an almost unimaginable number of stories and perspectives all happening at once. So, that begs a really important question, right? With this absolute ocean of voices, how do we protect our ability to actually understand each other? How do we make sure we're still communicating with intelligence and not just creating noise that everyone tunes out? And make no mistake, the stakes are incredibly high. I love this quote because it says it all. Conversation isn't just talk. It's the glue. It's what holds our relationships, our societies, everything together. And if that glue starts to dissolve, well, things could fall apart. Okay, so if we're in a crisis of connection, what's the way out? This is where Reaps One's work gets really fascinating. He suggests we need to stop just telling people things and start making our ideas tangible, something you can actually experience. So the big idea is this. We've got to make knowledge experiential. It's about moving past just data points and arguments on a screen and turning our biggest ideas into something you can physically and emotionally connect with. So what does that actually look like? Well, it means taking these big, important, complex ideas and translating them into sensory experiences. I mean, imagine being able to literally touch an idea, or feel it, maybe even smell it. It sounds a little out there, I know, but it's all about forging a much deeper, almost primal connection to information. And the potential here is just massive. The argument is that by making ideas sensory, we can get around all the usual roadblocks to understanding. We can finally connect with people who just think differently or who are completely overwhelmed by abstract data. We can make really complex things feel simple and accessible. And look, this isn't just some theory he's floating around. He's actually doing it with this incredible project called Voice Gems. It's where art literally becomes a living archive of human expression. So what in the world are voice gems? Well, they're these beautiful, unique digital sculptures. But the amazing part, the part that gives you goosebumps, is where they come from. Each one is generated from the actual sound waves of a human voice, a laugh, a cry, a moment of song. They literally turn a fleeting sound into a solid visual thing. And the way it works is actually pretty simple, but so profound. First, you collect these really precious vocal moments, the sounds that make us human. Then, using technology, you transform those sounds into these unique digital objects. And the big picture goal? To build this massive global archive that's a monument to the human voice. And really, that's what it all boils down to. It's a project that comes from this deep, deep respect for the voice, not just as a way to share information, but as this beautiful instrument of art, emotion, and who we are. Okay, so this is where the whole thing comes full circle, right back to us, to you. This isn't just about a cool art project, it's a personal call to action for every single one of us and our own voices. So here's the challenge he's throwing out there. He's encouraging all of us to really explore what our own voices can do, to push beyond what feels comfortable, and to find that courage to speak up and add our own unique sound to the world. And this is the belief that's driving all of it. It's this incredibly optimistic idea that every single one of us has so much more vocal potential than we even realize. More power, more connection, more art. It's a powerful reminder that your voice really, truly matters. And he brings this all home, building this incredible rhythm, just asking one simple, fundamental question.
Pushing it, building the intensity, almost demanding to be heard.
And then, that final release, wow. So we end up right back where we started, but this time, the question isn't about him. It's about you. After all this, after thinking about this crisis of connection and the untapped power in our own voices, what does your voice of the future sound like? What are you going to do to make sure you aren't just speaking, but that you are truly being heard?